I now have the pleasure of being joined on the Vodafone stand by Chris Meads and Gary Adey from VOIS, or Vodafone Intelligent Solutions, to give it its full proper name. And from what I understand, guys, this is a pretty big deal for you guys being here at MWC this year, right?
Absolutely, yeah, this is the one.
Yes. So for those of you or people who don't know what VOIS does, talk us through the business, what you do, and why it's so important that you're here.
So VOIS, Vodafone Intelligent Solutions, well done for getting the name right, is the largest technology, business and customer services shared operations unit in the world for telco. And that's why we're here today, right? So about a year ago, we decided that we were going to change our model. We have 30,000 people across 8 countries. They've delivered over $1.5 billion of value for Vodafone Group, but we believe we can take all of that goodness and share it with other telcos. What better place to do that than MWC?
So, you know, the last few years have proved very successful for you, and now you're opening it up to the wider telco industry. So talk to me about what really differentiates VOIS and why you've made that decision to open it to the wider telco industry.
I think this is a really great question, and it's one we've answered all morning actually, and primarily it's about our scale. So you can't be in shared operations without scale. These 30,000 people, they can deliver a lot from technology through to business solutions. The second thing is we have the skills. So we recently formed a strategic partnership with Accenture, so we've got our 30,000 people that have got this sort of great culture, this obsession with cost consciousness, which is really strong. And then we bring in the capability from Accenture and that sort of commercial edge, and you put those things together under what we're calling the open consortium model, so really in line with this theme, and you get something really special and really unique. And no other telco is doing this, no other shared operation is doing it yet, but we expect to be followed quite quickly.
You're going to set the bar here, I can already tell. And Chris, on to you. So I'm really intrigued by what's behind me. We'll come on to that in a moment. Give me an example of one of the offerings that you're showcasing through this demo.
Yeah, so what we're doing is we're taking capability we've built in Vodafone over the last 10 years and reusing that and making it available to the wider market for a fraction of the cost. So one great example is VOIS Digital. We've invested a lot of money over the last 5 years building a best-in-class digital capability from design to experience to DevOps, and we're taking that and we can make that available to the market. You just can't invest that kind of money and that kind of scale to get the same kind of value, and that's a great example of the strategy we're doing.
I guess this is just such a brilliant thing for companies to be exposed to. You know, don't necessarily have the infrastructure or the team or the staff, and you've got it all in place, and they can essentially pick and choose which parts of your offerings that will help bolster their business and their customer experience, right?
That's exactly it. We're opening it up. We're taking shared services and really sharing them, right?
Yeah. And okay, ever since I walked past this, it's been screaming out to my inner child. I was a big Skeletrix girl. What is the link between driving and what you're showcasing here?
So apart from being a racing fan and kind of sneaking it in, you know, one of the biggest things the telco industry is, you know, facing right now is speed. The need to speed, that changing customer landscape, new technologies emerging. So that was the link and kind of that playful trend on how can VOIS help customers navigate that landscape, and we thought we'd add a competitive edge with the lap time leaderboard as well and get a few people involved.
Well, I mean, that's the great way to get people integrated in insight into what you're doing. It's about making it interactive, making it fun. And I'm not going to lie, guys, this is my favourite demo. It just looks so cool. So I do get the link, I do get what you're doing, and fantastic work. And honestly, this is obviously baby steps right now, opening up to the wider telco industry, but I wish you the best of luck. You've got a fantastic business model, it sounds fantastic, and you're both great guys, so I wish you all the luck from me.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.